What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be checking out Motion in the Ocean from McFly. So this is our continuation into the McFly discography. I'm super excited to check this out. This is one of the most versatile bands that I have been fortunate enough to listen to. I feel like they put so much effort into everything they do, and they have such an eclectic music taste that it comes to life in such a cool way. Before we get into today's video, I'm just gonna plug my Patreon. If you guys want to check out the full uncut album listening party to this album, as well as any of the other McFly albums that I have done and will be doing, the link's in the description. You guys can also see my reactions to full McFly documentaries, McFly concerts. There's all kinds of cool shit. So if you're interested, super cheap to sign up. The link is in the description. Means the world to me. But with all those things out of the way, we are going to dive into this. We are starting out with We Are the Young. This is that rock band like arena feel that they're good at doing. Oh, that palm mute. It's that hard rock sound with like a pop rock vibe. This is a really great example of McFly right here. Okay, so you've got a super big, like, arena rock type sound right here. And then when these like heavy guitars were coming in, you've got this super melodic piano. Like, that is so McFly, all while having these like hard rock Danny Jones vocals. Fuck yeah. Those fucking drum fills. Come on, Harry, let's go. Dude, I love the palm mute. Gotta stop this feeling because I don't want to live twice. Those rock growls. Woo! Let's go. This is why McFly is on top. They said, okay, you want me to hit how many genres in one song? You want me to hit like how many of the best elements of these things in one song? I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna show you what it sounds like, and it fucking works so perfectly. This band, man. This is so sick. So many elements coming to life. Dude, I gotta say that track right there, it's got one of my favorite like vocal tones from Tom Fletcher. It's this super pop punk and like alternative pop punk sound. It actually reminds me, like, it's very reminiscent of like a Green Day adjacent type vocal, and I love that so much. The delivery is incredible here. The energy is amazing here, and I definitely feel like if they are playing a show at an arena, you throw that smoke machine, you have them come out to this track, I feel like that's immediately a banger. I just feel like you get a lot of the elements that I love from McFly showing on just the first track. To me, versatility in making hard rock, arena rock, pop punk, and all kind of happening at the same time, and pulling it off with the melodies and harmonies they do in the vocals here. Come on, like, that is a recipe for success every single time. You know, I will also say that, like, obviously I know some of the songs that are on here because like we've done different like things when it comes to like documentaries and stuff like that, but I don't know all the songs on here. Just want to point that out because obviously there are songs that are going to be on here that we've heard before in different things that we've done. All right, this is Stargirl. So much gravel in that voice. I don't know how you do that. So fucking good. Hey! You know what? I'm noticing that it's probably going to be this whole album with this sound of Tom's voice that I like so much. It's that tone that is just like, it's a little more nasally than like that I've heard Tom do all the time. So it's very similar to, like, again, that Green Day Newfound Glory type sound. I'm such a fan of it. I'll never get over Danny's vocal. I feel like this part gives it like a ska kind of feel. Oh, hold on. Before I just when Tom's vocal does the thing I like it to do with that raspy vocal, I really can't get enough of that. Like this little section, I'm like, as I'm talking, I'm just pulling the skimmer back further and further. Like, okay, I get it, dude. You want to hear Tom Fletcher again. And then Danny with his voice, come on. The vocal work in this song and like the switch off between Tom and Danny in that is incredible. So good. All right, this is Please Please. Holy Nirvana, this is sick as fuck. I love how that bass comes in, it's so punk. This is like the most like pop punk way of like begging for somebody that you want so bad. And I love that like it is unapologetically that way. Danny's just straight up saying, I want my skin on your skin. I feel like I need you. Please, please be with me. Woo! All that piano in the back is so fucking cool. It brings the energy up. Dude, please, that chord, I said please, what a stupid pun. I did not mean to do that. This chord progression in this like, like it reminds me of 90s grunge and like that like super kind of like dirty 90s like rock and punk. This is so sick. Oh my God. Dude, the pacing that the song takes because that piano in the back just like is so sick. Oh shit. Fuck, dude, Harry just annihilated those drums right there. Fuck. That was so good. You're a dreamer, and dreaming's what you do. It's the way they could just kind of naturally transition off a song so hard like Please Please into this like slower tempo song, and like I'm not confused by it. Like that's crazy. Woo! It's got that like doo-wop 50s kind of vibe to it. What gets you through. Oh, what is up with that? I love that. So that you got this rock sound. There's also like another layer, and I don't know if it's just Danny's vocals in a different like range, or if there's just you know, maybe it's Tom or somebody in the back. But that like, I'm just gonna rewind it. You know, let it speak for itself. Don't stop all those things you do. I'm a believer. Right here. That's what gets you through. Oh my God, yes. Sorry's not good enough for you. Said you'd never leave me be there. No holding, please me. Oh my God. Just not good enough. So moments like this, I feel like are so good for someone with Tom's vocals. Like I feel like when you have to have an emotional, almost like you're pleading for something, I think it really helps to be able to carry a vocal that can really match that energy, right? Oh,
And that's just what we do. Good enough. Don't go changing.
I fucking love this. Whoa! That just having multiple sections in this song is so good. Like, talk about a song that I feel like really takes you on a journey like no other. I mean, from the start of the song into the middle where everything I feel like changes, that emotion just builds in so many ways. I feel like we spend the first half really laying the foundation of how we're going to feel throughout this track. And then I feel like once that bridge started into the end, I feel like you got this like huge kind of like ballad, larger than life moment from McFly. I actually feel like this is one of those moments whenever they can really show you what it's like to bring you on a journey in a song and then make you feel that shit at the same time. And again, I'm going to bring it right back to Tom's vocals. I feel like he has exactly what you want to hear with this kind of sound, with this kind of song, especially with having Danny hit those like, you know, real, come on, it's fucking Danny Jones, right? So having Danny with those rock vocals and having those harmonies like, or like those layered vocals under it just so perfectly, man, everything about this song just screams fucking perfect. I love just that overwhelming kind of like big feeling that McFly is so good about putting on. It's one of those arena rock type things that I feel from them. I just feel like they're good at bringing these songs to life. All right, this is a bubble wrap. Come on, where's that Bowie love?
But I know you hurt the people that you love and those who care for you.
Fuck.
Part of mine,
Oh.
I'm telling you that I'm a broken man is finally realized.
Dude, oh my God. I feel like there's so much Tom Fletcher on this record. I'm so happy about it. You guys know I'm a huge Tom Fletcher fan. And I feel like, especially with that piano driving kind of force that is like very present on this record, I'm getting a very big something corporate kind of vibe. Obviously not to that same tempo, cadence, pop punk thing. But like, I just think about like Andrew and something corporate, or like Andrew and Jack's Mannequin. So basically just Andrew McMahon all the time. But I feel like what he does, I always kind of think of Tom Fletcher too. While they both have their totally like own lanes as far as their sounds and stuff, they both just remind me of each other. And I think that's why I love McFly so much. I was always, you know, like a Jack's Mannequin and something corporate fan, but you know, you got to have that piano ballad in this, and Tom like fucking delivers. Again, this is that moment because there's such a band that you want to see live. This is that moment when the entire place is quiet because you're hanging on every single word and note that Tom Fletcher's about to deliver. Come on, that piano. I'm so here for it.
I'm a little dazed and confused. My life's a bitch, so are you.
Fuck. He's coming for it right there. He has no business being able to do that. Holy shit, you wrote the book on how to be a liar and lose all your friends? I would love for this song to not ever be about me. Fuck. You don't want Danny Jones singing about you like this. This is fucking savage.
Don't get all emotional, baby. You can never talk to
Like, I just want you to think about the savagery of that lyricism right there. Like, think of like turn on the radio, every sad song you can relate. It's almost like this giant middle finger of almost like I'm taking all these things that like I think about and I'm channeling these things into music. Those songs ending up on the radio, you got to feel and relate to those sad songs. But more so than that, I'm just letting you look at sad music as a whole and making sure that you relate to it because I am so fucking gone from this situation.
Telling you that I'm a broken man is finally
God damn.
this is the last time I
Woo!
give up this heart of mine.
That's probably my favorite one of those.
Finally realize standing in moonlight, you're black on the inside. Do you think you are
Oh my god. That's a ballad of heartbreak, baby. Don't you forget that. When you think about, like I just said, I'm gonna like let these songs transition, but I really want to talk about this. Like I feel like when you think about how big this song is lyrically, think about it. You're with somebody and you put up with all of this shit, this heartbreak, this constant sadness, this beat down to the point that you have to bubble wrap your own heart. You got to protect your own emotions, right? At some point. And like it's the enough is enough song. It's that moment when you're finally like, no, fuck this. Let me have my piano. Let me get up here, put my thick rim glasses on. Let me get down here and put my fucking heart into this and let you know in this ballad with all this power that I'm fucking done with you and that you cannot like you're not gonna get me with your tears and you're not gonna get me with any of these manipulative things to keep me here because I do not respect what you have put me through. And I feel like when you get to this point that you are so done, and this has happened one time for me, and it was, while it was hard to do, I will tell you that if you are in a situation like this, if you can get on the side of the boys here, I mean, McFly, in their defense, in terms of this relationship, if you have been in the situation and you are, you're finally done, you're finally through, fucking go through with it. I'm just telling you right now, been there, done that. It was hard at first. Being on the other side, I promise it's better. That's a banger of a track, by the way. And also one of the really great examples of the amount of talent that exists in the ballads alone from this band. All right, this is Transylvania. Obviously, we've heard the song before. It's a banger.
In which all her hopes and dreams were in, she plans to run away.
This song makes so much sense to me now because just knowing Tom Fletcher and his musical background and stuff. So fucking cool. Let's go, Dougie! What if the real joke is that all along I've actually just been a huge Dougie boy? That's probably actually the truth. Come on. Like, this is such an important song, I feel like, because if you've never listened to McFly, but I told you the repertoire that they have as a band, I feel like if I turn this song on, you would get it almost instantly. I would be like, hey, let me show you a band that kind of encompasses all these sounds, but like with musical background too, because that's exactly what this song in particular, it does it in such a good way. I mean, this is literally McFly's, like, it's their Broadway tune right here. Woo! The grittiness. Oh, okay, hold on. Because we're going into solo part 2 with all the harmonies. So let's talk about this first part. I love the amount of distortion and grittiness that this has. I think it just really channels this kind of like, imperfectly perfect kind of feel that you want from like a super distorted, very like, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but if you've ever picked up a guitar that is plugged in and ready to go, it's very sensitive. Like the smallest thing can be picked up from like feedback on the strings and stuff. So like you feel like you have so much power in your hands when that fucker is on, you know what I mean? So like to have this whole like first part just so fucking gritty, I just imagine how beautiful that felt to hold that fucking guitar. And then you get to these like cool like harmonies are about to happen. Oh. Woo. Ooh. Such a good fucking vibe, man. Come on. He encompasses that like Blink 182 vibe in the best way. Oversized dickies, backward snapback. Yeah, McFly's musical era. With a song like that, it's so fucking good, man. So good. This is Lonely, by the way.
It's only been a day, but it's like I can't
Those
go
Dougie bass
on.
riffs. Boom.
I just wanna say
It's got that doo-wop sound again.
hold you, baby. I don't think I can live now. I'm so sick of being lonely.
Oh.
This is killing me so slowly.
Oh, damn. It's not enough to just be lonely, but imagine you see someone that, or like, you know, someone that you really are into and they just either like not into you or just pretend you don't exist. Like, talk about just like a fucking constant heartbreak.
I'm so sick of being lonely.
Oh, yeah. Time out. I was just going to comment on the hairy little drum. There's no way that sounded good. The drum fill from Harry right here, but I love that it goes from a drum fill into this little bass riff. So good. Come on, that bass. It's like the claps, the snaps, this, the doo-wop kind of vibe. It's so 50s coded. Ooh. Nope. Here we go.
This is killing me so slowly. Don't pretend that you don't know me. That's the worst thing you could do. Now I'm singing
Yeah.
such a sad song.
We're just so fucking lucky that Danny and Tom wanted to ever team up, because honestly, I feel like their vocals together, like anytime they sing together, they were just, it was meant to be, dude. Dude, yeah, anytime you have like an up, like this to me is this upbeat, like if it's like if like pop rock, pop punk, and I don't know, like 50s doo-wop, like all combined together. And that sounds like it would be such a weird combination. Those are the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little song. Well, I feel like even though it sounds crazy, it fucking works. Like, I say that a lot on this channel, but it's because in theory, if I were to just write this down, I feel like you'd be like, yeah, what's that going to sound like? Well, McFly somehow found a way to make those sounds just come to life. We don't even have time to think about it. We just get to enjoy it and appreciate it. This is another one of those songs. I feel like anytime they have the emotionally driven tracks, so any track that would be about the heart, about the love, about the romance or the break of the heart. Anytime you have anything like that, I think you're going to get a different kind of connection from this band because they're so good at tuning into their like emo roots to really make these songs just fucking slap. So good. Okay. Little Joanna.
Crickets replace
Oh.
the band. She will always be my sun-kissed trampoline. She never knew when Joanna is here.
So I don't know who Joanna is. I don't know if this is a relationship, wife. I don't know any of those things. But I will say that, anytime you can finally get to a point in a relationship or in a friendship or whatever, when you have someone that when you're with, it melts all of your fears away, you too would want to sit down and be able to write this kind of song because you can deliver that kind of love and hope to remember and remind people that it is out there for you to be able to experience one day. You'll meet that person that melts all of the other things away in life, and all you think about is them for that time. That dopamine. I will say too that like McFly has such a strong Queen like inspiration. I think I've talked about that before, but I've never really noticed just how strong that thing really is until like it's just little moments like what we just heard. I'm gonna take it back a little bit. Come on.
Little Joanna, gluteus maximus like a firefly, and that's why I'm a kiss.
Gluteus maximus like a firefly? She got a hot ass? I think that's what he was trying to say.
Always be my sun-kissed trampoline. She got Joanna's here.
Oh.
God, I love Joanna.
Oh.
She don't understand much. Reckless.
Oh my God, Tom.
Young and reckless when Joanna's here. Little Joanna.
He just sings to my pop punk heart when he does that.
I could tell when we start to dance, but only the music is playing when crickets replace the band. She will always be my
Fuck.
sun-kissed trampoline.
Oh.
She goes up.
Hold on. I love just good production, but also like shout out the band for just being so fucking creative. Just how it's such a small moment. It's probably going to be so insignificant. Well, no, it won't. To me, it won't be, but maybe to you it will be. Hopefully not. But like, it's just this tiny part where like you hear the vocals kind of come back in and the music starts again. Little things like that just make me nerd out so hard.
The music is playing when crickets replace the band. She will always be my sun-kissed
Oh!
trampoline.
That was fucking sick. I don't care. They're catching such a vibe on the McFly album here. Let's go. They love to have these like multiple vocal lines going on at the same time. Yeah, I feel like Broccoli Rob would have agreed that that was a banger right there. I feel like everything about, again, it's for me, it's the moments of the doo-wop coming to life with the pop punk, with the alternative space. It is all of the things that I think people, if you don't have that kind of creativity or you're not thinking that far outside the box, you're not coming up with the sound. And I love that McFly has really created their own style. This song is so bright and it feels like I'm sitting on a beach. Like, thank you for teleporting me from my room where it's kind of like cold. I feel like fall is upon us, any moment. And I feel like you took me out of this chair for, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, and brought me to a beach with the love of my life. And I'm witnessing your story through my own eyes of, somebody who melts all of your tears and fears away, and kind of somebody that you're just so happy to see and so ecstatic that you make a song that is so upbeat and happy and ecstatic. And I love it. And by the end, again, with those little vocal parts coming out, they have so many lines of vocals going on at the same time. There's just so much dopamine. That's all. I love dopamine lately. It's been my fix. That's what I've been going for. Just a hella dopamine. All right, this is Friday Night. I can't believe this album's 22 years old. Did I just say this album's 22 years old? It's not. It is 18 years old. I don't know what planet I'm on right now. Let's fucking go. You know Danny loves playing this song. Ah, those drums are so sick. Oh. Oh my God. It's so good. I could listen to this fucking melodic guitar riff all day. Come on, bring that back for me. Just for me. Woo! Dude, can I just tell you guys that, like, I'm so fucking happy that I do this for a living. Like, you don't understand. Like, I have obviously a very neurodivergent brain. Obviously, I wouldn't have a fucking YouTube channel where I talk about music 24/7 to the point that, like, you know, we break down some of these songs and I'm like, I watch these videos back and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? But I realize that my brain just works this way. Songs like this make me so happy. I feel like y'all are watching me like ingest drugs. Like, that's what this feels like. Like, to me, this is such a, if you ever want to know what makes me happy, this is it. That right there. God. Fucking love this band, dude. God. Like, they somehow like shot right into my fucking heart with these riffs, man. Woo! Dude, this is gotta be one of my favorite bands. I feel like I just fall more and more in love with them. I mean, you're watching this, like, come on, y'all know I don't bullshit you. Like, this is fucking crazy, dude. Like, and I've heard the song, I've seen it performed live, but like, there's just something about like the more and more, you know what it is? It's the full project thing. Like, I've got goosebumps right now. It's the full project thing because like we're talking about McFly so much, and then like these real pivotal moments happen in a record, and like I just nerd the fuck out. But like god damn, like that's like for sure my favorite song on this record. I think that it's unlike anything else, man. Unlike anything else, I tell you. Fuck. Oh, come on, throw some comments. Let me know how much you guys love that song. I can't be the only one. All right, Walk in the Sun.
I wonder what it's like to be home, what it's like to fly so high, or to breathe under the sea. Such a long, long way to go.
You know what? It's so incredible to me that a band, you know, can go from a song like Friday Night, which has a very like, that song could exist today on Power to Play. That's what I'm trying to say. It holds up so well. And then to switch over and be able to go into this more like bluegrass, like country western inspired, more of like a heart ballad. And it sound like you've always done that sound. Like, that's what I mean when I talk about this band. I feel like though they are popular and they have a very big career, I also feel like they're severely underrated in truly what they have accomplished as a band. Come on. Ugh. It's got that, like, I don't know, just that outdoorsy kind of feel. I think I'm outside just singing love. You know, this kind of instrumental with that, you know, that raspy vocal, I feel like really caters well here. Again, we're talking about emotionally driven songs that you want to have that tempo pulled back and everything pulled back, but you want to have the layers of those emotions so right there and ever present. Like, fuck. Oh. Oh, fuck. Wait, see, this is also one of those things too where it's that introspective thing. So again, I feel like their songs are really good. Sometimes they can be really good at like really detailing like what you're watching. You feel like you're part of it. And I feel like in this, I'm picturing them literally walking outside, just kind of like reminiscing on old times, and also just, you know, kind of being introspective on themselves and on life. Even at this point, like, you know, it seems like we're having almost like an existential crisis, or almost like a spiritual dilemma, trying to wonder, like, if I die, does that really happen? The whole point being like, you're a walk in the sun. I'm just out trying to free my mind. And at the same time, I'm kind of like letting life speak to me and talk to me and kind of like guide me through these things. It's almost like a spiritual kind of thing. I love those like slide guitars, steel guitars. They just, such a unique sound. Such a pretty sound. It also really showcases more of Danny's voice and just what he's capable of doing. I always pin that rock sound on him, but he's got way more to him than that. I'd actually love to hear more, like, I'd like to hear them do more of that, or try more of that out. Because I've heard little things of it in more like modern stuff, or like more recent stuff, but I'd love to hear them do more of that sound. I think they could really lean into that. Oh, this is Home Is Where the Heart Is. Oh, okay, I just said that. They're fucking leaning into it right here. Wait, what? Wait, how does Walk in the Sun have that like bluegrassy country vibe, but like more on like the ballad style? And then we got this outlaw kind of feel that comes right into the next track. That's what I'm talking about. Oof. Great riff.
Raise your hands and lay down your weapons. You could turn this around in seconds flat.
Ooh. Okay, we can all agree that that song just evolved from like outlaw country to almost like Woodstock, and I love that groovy vibe. No one's gonna argue with you there. Fuck yeah. Woo! Yeehaw! Woo! Damn, I love when they get heavy on this record. Oh my god. Dude, anytime they've got a chance to be powerful with their voice like that, I'll take it. I'm gonna be so real. I love the instrumental in this so much. I love the vocal work. I love everything. I feel like those lyrics could have been written a little bit stronger, and I'm only saying that based on the fact that I've heard them write a lot of music. I've listened to a lot of music they've written, and I know that this song, because of how powerful it is, I know they could have had a little bit different of lyricism right there. Now's your chance. Think of your lovers. Yeah, so the thing that I'm just gonna keep, it's the lyrics for me. It's the only thing. It's not even the meaning. I love all of that, but it's just the delivery in terms of the actual songwriting of it. I know that there's stronger lyricists than that. Oh my god. What? Why is this growing on me? Stop. Had an issue, and here I am. They got me singing it by the end. How you do that? Dude, what a big song. I seriously feel like other than my nitpicks on the lyricism, this has got to be like musically one of the coolest fucking songs from McFly, because that is a hard ass song and they do some of the most experimental shit I've heard them do in that track. So lyrically, not my favorite, absolute banger otherwise. I just had the like such a fun fucking like hour spending with this record. I'm like sweating in the best way. I feel like all the things I love about McFly, every single time that I get to do anything related to them in terms of like, you know, like a documentary or like a full record, I feel like I love this band so much more at the end of it. I think in a full project, one of my favorite things is just getting to experience like every element of this band in a way that is not just a single. I think with a single, that video ends up being like 10 minutes. And with that, it's like 10 minutes and then you're kind of like, it's on to the next, right? And I feel like when you have an album, you spend so much time track after track with that band that they're so on your mind. And so every track you're really noticing like each thing this band does. And for me, it is just that continual dive into falling in love with them. I love the versatility of this band so much. I know that people don't often talk about Panic at the Disco a lot anymore, but when Panic at the Disco was on their run, you know, especially early on in their career, around this time, actually, it would have been like probably around like 2007, 2008, maybe 2006 though. I feel like McFly reminds me a lot of like, you know, some of the elements that Panic had. And then, you know, some of the elements that Something Corporate had, which was also around 2003-ish, 2002, 2003-ish. And the reason I bring those up, it's got a lot to do with, you know, the piano work that is in this that kind of like adds this different element. It almost adds this element that can become Broadway, or it can become theatrical, or it can be like doo-wop. I think the piano is such a versatile instrument, and it's not something you always hear in rock adjacent music. You do sometimes, but it's not something you always hear. But it's so present on this record that it really becomes the signature sound of this. And I think that's really fucking cool, because that's not something that you hear often. So when I say Jack's Mannequin, Something Corporate, Panic, that is what I'm hearing. That mixed with that, you know, Tom Fletcher musical, you know, kind of approach that he has, I feel like all of that combined just creates such a cool record here. I also love their willingness to experiment in sounds that you wouldn't think to hear them in. For example, Walk in the Sun and Home is Where the Heart Is. Those two songs, in my opinion, definitely are a different style of McFly. I'm so into those songs, especially sonically. Walk in the Sun is a great record through and through. Home is Where the Heart Is, I might have adjusted some of the lyrics there, but that is the one of the best, like, just musical works I've heard from McFly, and that's incredible to hear in this. Obviously, one of the best songs that McFly has ever put out is Friday Night, and I believe that hands down after hearing it again on this record. I think that you cannot leave that song without being in love with it. It just showcases all of my favorite things about this band, and then like puts it on like a whole nother wave. And then of course, you know, that if that wasn't good enough, it drops right back into Walk in the Sun. So you see that versatility coming to life right there. Track by track though, this is such a like standout record to me for a lot of reasons. One, again, versatility, love it so much. Experimentation, I'm going to be a fan of that forever. But I love just how present Tom's vocals are on this record. I feel like they do a great job of switching it off a lot, but I think there's this continuation of Tom throughout this entire record. That mixed with Danny's like obviously like rough, raw, rugged fucking vocals. I love them so much. And there are a few times in this where we've heard those harmonies between Tom and Danny, which are my favorite. Dougie, especially on Transylvania, really Transylvania. I know he does backing vocals and stuff, but Transylvania is such a great fucking opportunity for you to experience just how cool Dougie Pointer is. And of course, his bass riffs through this are fucking sick. But I'm not leaving anybody out here, because let's just be real. These songs had so much life to them because of the drums. The amount of power in each fucking hit in some of these sections really brought these songs to life in an even bigger way. And I think that's so important. You know, drums are so fucking important in music. What am I saying? That's such a duh. We know that, right? But I think being able to have very unique things that kind of give you a voice. You know what I mean? Give you a voice in it's like a drum. Like, what are you going to do? Right. But like play it in a way that people know it's you. And one thing I love about Harry is he is so good with these drum fills. Like I know when they're coming, they're spot on every single time, and he's got very unique approaches that he has to them. He's an incredible drummer, and I just feel like the power that drives through this album and drives through pretty much everything from McFly. That drum and bass section is fucking solid. So I love this record. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you guys want to see the full uncut album listening party, make sure to check out Patreon. Links in the description. Super cheap to sign up. And if you are a fan of McFly, I have a lot of content involving them. And of course, I have more album reactions coming from them as well. I love y'all. I will see you in the next one. Peace.